Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sid Srinivasan. I'm a musician based in Los Angeles, California. I play guitar and I'm here to teach guitar. I'm here to talk about music. I'm here to do all that fun stuff as a musician based in LA. Now you might be wondering, as the title says, why I'm starting a YouTube channel in 2022. Well, there are a couple of different reasons and I thought I'd get into it first before I started making content about music and about guitar and all of that. So let me get into it. Introduction. First and foremost, my name is Sid Srinivasan. I was born and raised in India, and I'm based in LA, based in Los Angeles, California, and I play music for a living. I'm a professional musician. I teach music. I play music. I'm mainly a guitar player. I sing, I play ukulele, I play bass, I write songs. I help producers and songwriters and artists bring their creations to life in the studio and in live settings. This channel is going to be about music. This channel is going to be about, it's going to have a guitar slant, right? I'm going to be more partial towards guitar because that is my main instrument. That's going to be the core subject of this channel, if you may. And I'm going to teach music. I'm going to teach you how to play guitar. That's going to be part of it. I'm going to be talking about my favorite gear. I'm going to be bringing you into my life to show you the back roads into what it is to be a professional musician. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I'm really passionate about. That's the kind of stuff that I want to share with you. And I feel like that's actually, I know that that's the kind of stuff that I'm good at. That's the kind of stuff that I'm the best at. I'm pretty crap at cooking. I'm really not good at like NFTs or crypto or this or that. I have an awareness of these things, but if I were to say this is what I'm enthusiastic about, it would be music, guitar, and stuff like that. I don't claim to be an expert. I am just very enthusiastic about the stuff that I do, and I think it's only fair that I share the things that I'm most enthusiastic about. Now, the reasons that I'm starting a YouTube channel. And by the way, just a quick little side note, this is for anyone out there who is thinking about starting a YouTube channel but is kind of stalling and is kind of in two minds about it and not really sure or not really, you know, just kind of, you know, pumping the brakes. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And I've been stuck in that, that mode of just being too, I don't want to say afraid, but just for lack of a better term, let's just say I've been very conscious about starting a YouTube channel and putting myself out there. And I'm sure there are tons of people out there who actually feel this way about it, just because there's this expert or imposter syndrome, or call it what you may, where it's just like, am I really good enough to be talking? Like, does the stuff that I have to say actually, is it actually important? Are people actually going to take the time out of their day to watch these videos, to engage with me? Is that really something? And finally, I've come to the conclusion that whether or not that's a reality, whether or not that is actually the truth, which is highly unlikely, that this is the best way that I can show up in the world as a musician, as a guitar player, as a person who's enthusiastic about music, who's passionate about music, and really wants to just share that. So reason number one, I'd say, is autonomy. I think YouTube and social media and the internet has revolutionized the way people work, and it's definitely made me think about how much freer, or how much more autonomous, for lack of a better term, how much more autonomous I can be, how much more control I can have over the things that I say, the things that I teach, the content that I put out there. I work for a school and I work for other companies and stuff like that, and they obviously have their own mandates and they have their own rules and regs, which you must follow if you want to work for them. So this is definitely a step towards being my own boss, freeing things up, and sort of being a bit more autonomous. The second reason I'd say is just being able to give back. I've learned so much for free and I'm so grateful for it. And I've had the good fortune of rubbing shoulders with some of the industry's biggest players, and I've learned from them. I attended Musicians Institute in Hollywood, California, and it's been nothing short of a dream. The fact that I get to play guitar and music and hang out with these cool cats for a living. So I'd really like to give back, and I'd like to give back to people who are just as passionate as I am about guitar playing, about music, about evolving, about improving as a musician. That is really where my passion lies, in wanting to give back. And I've learned so much for free, as I mentioned, and I think it's just, what goes around's got to come around. You got to give back, and you've got so much. So I think that's another major reason. The third major reason that I wanted to start a YouTube channel is, and really just put myself out there on social media, is to create community. I come from India. I moved to LA about 10 years ago, and the thing that I miss most is community. And I come from a very tight-knit community of musicians when I grew up as a teenager, just growing up and playing and stuff like that in clubs and things. There was always this camaraderie. There was always this tight-knit community, right? And when I left India and I moved to LA, I left a lot of that community. In fact, I left all of that community behind. Well, let's just say that I haven't been able to build the same kind of community that I really want, right? I've been fortunate enough to have a community, a support system around me, but I really want to extend that to more people who are more like me, who align with the things that I'm passionate about and that I'm enthusiastic about. So that is also another reason why I'm starting a YouTube channel. The fourth one is owning a piece of digital real estate or digital space. So it's become abundantly clear to me that more and more people are moving towards the digital space. More and more people are just like, things are just going to be on the internet. Everything is just going to be on the internet for the foreseeable future, at least. And I just want to be able to also live in that space and have relevance in that space and participate in that space. It is really about participation. It is really just saying, hey, I'm a musician, I play guitar, here is my space. This is what I want to share with you, right? And it's about claiming that space. So that's another reason. And last, but probably not the least, is financial reward. The more research I do on the amount of money that these people are making, it is bewildering. That's all I have to say about that. Furthermore, moving on, additionally, what are my expectations and concerns? Now, these are notes that I've made, and these are thoughts that I've had on, well, I'm starting a YouTube channel, and how do I articulate the things that I am going through, which I'm sure a lot of you are going through as well. Some of you who are out there thinking about starting a YouTube channel, maybe you have these concerns. Maybe me addressing these concerns and sharing my notes and thoughts with you are going to be helpful. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But if they are helpful, drop me a comment in the comments section below. And all right, what are my expectations, concerns, etc.? Now, this might be something that's applicable. This might be something that some of you out there can actually resonate with. I actually don't have any expectations at the current moment. All I want to do is just be able to share the things that I know and that I believe in and that I'm enthusiastic about with you, and that's really it. And I just want to be able to share the wealth of knowledge that I've gained over the years with people who are seeking knowledge, who want to be better musicians, who want to be better guitar players, who want to, you're a beginner guitar player and you're trying to level up. And I would love nothing more than to be a part of that journey. So that's really just my current goal, my objective right now. In terms of concerns, yeah, sure, there's a part of me that's concerned that no one's going to give a damn about this channel and it's going to just fizzle out and fail. But that's the negative, that's the nagging voice I think that some of us have in our heads, which is there. And I think it's necessary, because without that voice, there's no pushback, there's no fight. And the next thing that I wanted to talk about is focusing on the creative process. As a musician, as an artist, I think that it is so very important that I focus on the process of creating. And that's really something that I'm off late I've been getting more and more passionate about. What is the process of creating? What does it look like? And also, how do I fall in love with that process? So this starting a YouTube channel, this talking to people, this putting myself out there is a huge part of that process. It's a huge part of creating something. It's a huge part of like saying, all right, this is something that I've created, and it's a vulnerable place to be, and then putting it out there, and then just kind of hoping for the best. That's it, right? Trust me, I've watched so many videos on why you should just start, and like it finally got to a point where I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna start, I'm gonna do it. And I have a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote up there on that board, which you probably cannot see, but it reads, do the thing and you will have the power. And that resonates so much with me. It was just like, all right, I need to do the thing so that I can have the power. And it's not just like, it's not power. It's not like, oh, I'm all powerful. It's just the power within you, the knowledge to know that you are capable and you are powerful to do the things that you want to do, to bring your ideas to fruition. That power. So with that being said, I want to extend an invitation to each and every one of you who is passionate about guitar and music. Even if you're just a musician living in LA, or if you're a musician who is planning to move to LA, or any sort of creative type, because this channel is going to be a lot about that. It's not just going to be about music and guitar. It's also going to have elements of everyday life, because you cannot escape that. You cannot escape the aspects of life that are common to everybody. It's part of the human condition. So really, I invite you to join me on this journey. I invite you to join this community and to really help uplift each other, as cliche as that sounds. But it's true. And so in conclusion, my ending thoughts are, I'm excited. There's a sense of feeling rewarded while I'm recording this, just because it's like the first time I'm actually making an effort to record something where I'm talking into the camera and I'm sharing my thoughts and my views and stuff. This is uncharted territory for me. So I just want to make it abundantly clear. If I seem a little bit rusty, if my edits don't seem as crisp or whatever it is, forgive me. Please excuse me. I will grow. I will get better with time. But this is where I am, and I'm accepting of it, and I invite you to join me on this journey. I'm looking forward to connecting with as many of you as possible. I'm looking forward to connecting with the community, and I'm looking forward to building this community out, really, of like-minded individuals. Like-minded individuals. So, with that being said, I would like to thank you if you've watched this video. Thank you for joining me on my first official video. Not first official video, but like the first official time that I'm actually talking to a camera and communicating. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. This is my first video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.